From the outside, estrangement looks like proof. You stop calling, you block the number, skip the holiday, quit walking into the same argument. So people assume you must know how to protect yourself now. You did the hard thing. You walked away from the one relationship everybody expected you to keep. The verdict comes back fast. She must be firm now. She must be hard to mistreat. Then somebody asks you to let their dogs out, and you say yes before you finish reading the text. This is the Estrangement Project, where we talk about what estrangement actually costs and what it doesn't actually fix. Going no contact with your mother doesn't make you better at boundaries. Not the way people assume. The women we've studied kept showing us the same thing. They could walk away from a mother and still not hold a line with a friend, a coworker, a partner, anybody they actually wanted to keep. That's not hypocrisy. That's you being consistent with your own history, which is a different problem and a harder one. Estrangement isn't the moment your boundaries started working, it's usually the record of how long the smaller ones didn't. By the time distance is the only thing left, you've already spent years explaining, softening, lowering what you expected, trying again, collecting the disappointment somewhere private where nobody had to see it. So what looks like one strong boundary is really the end of a very long ledger. You didn't go no contact because you finally learned to say no. You went no contact because everything short of it already failed. Boundaries sound simple until you need one. Say no, protect your time, stop overextending yourself, fine. Then the text comes in from somebody who isn't even a bad person, asking for something that isn't even a big deal, and your reluctance starts looking unreasonable sitting next to their need. The boundary is small, the guilt isn't. Your neighbor asked you to let her dogs out, you got laundry going, your kid needs help studying later, you wanted one quiet hour before the evening started pulling at you. You say sure. And then you're standing in her yard, watching two dogs sniff a fence, and your own house is 2 doors down with the lights on and nothing in it finished. Nobody did anything to you. That's the part that's hard to argue with. You weren't pressured. Nobody guilted you. You left your own decision so fast you almost didn't catch it. It was never about the words. You could have typed, "I can't today," faster than you type, "sure." The problem happened before the words. Your body agreed first. It stepped around your own irritation and decided her 10 minutes mattered more than your hour. By the time you noticed, the yes was gone. If closeness used to depend on you accommodating, your body doesn't drop that quickly. If love used to require keeping somebody calm, you still check for disappointment before you check what you want. If honesty used to get you anger or silence or a lecture, then your body treats a normal limit like the first move in a fight. Nothing has to be happening now. The old rules still apply. Say you told the truth. Say you said no. The hard part doesn't end there. It starts there. In the quiet after the message, when you go back and check your tone, when you picture her face reading it, when you start hunting for one more sentence that would make the no easier to forgive. The boundary takes 3 seconds. The guilt takes the rest of the night. People talk about boundaries like the whole thing lives inside the sentence. I can't today. I'm not available. I need more notice next time. The words are easy. Your body still acts like you caused a problem. Your chest gets tight. You reread your own text. Did that sound cold? Should you have softened it? Would one more explanation have helped it land? When you've spent years managing how comfortable everybody else is, guilt shows up so fast, it starts looking like evidence. You say no, and the guilt convinces you the no was wrong. But guilt after a boundary isn't always a moral warning. Sometimes it's just what unfamiliar feels like. If being close to you used to require you being available, useful, patient, forgiving, easy to need, then a limit feels like breaking a contract. You're not turning down a favor. You're interrupting a role, and your body reacts like the whole relationship is at risk. Which brings us to resentment. Resentment arrives exactly where a boundary should have been. It shows up after the third favor, the fifth phone call, the long conversation you didn't have room for, the holiday you went to out of guilt, the thing you agreed to before you asked yourself whether you had it to give. By the time you can feel it, the relationship already feels unfair. But it didn't get unfair all at once. It collected. In every place, the no didn't get said, or got said and then buried under an apology, an explanation, and another version of yes. Resentment isn't you failing at compassion. It's you recognizing yourself late. It's your body finally starting to count. Nobody has to be a villain for this to wear on you. The other person can be clumsy, distracted, anxious, or just used to access you made too easy. The relationship got comfortable with a version of you who answers before she checks with herself. Here's the uncomfortable part, and we want to be careful with it, because this is not a case against your estrangement. Estrangement can be necessary. It can pull you out of a relationship where an ordinary limit had nowhere to live. It can be protective. It can be honest. It might be the most accurate thing you've done in years. It's just not proof that the smaller boundaries got learned. You can be estranged from your mother and still not know how to hold a limit with anyone else. Boundaries aren't a declaration you carry around as evidence the work is done. They're decisions you make over and over in ordinary moments, usually with your stomach tight and your brain talking you out of yourself. They live in the pause before the automatic yes, in the silence after the no, in stopping the explanation before your limit loses its shape, in letting somebody be disappointed without treating their disappointment as your assignment. That work is a lot less dramatic than estrangement. It looks like leaving a text unanswered until you know what you mean. It looks like saying, "I can't today," and letting the sentence end. It looks like catching resentment early enough to read it as information instead of waiting until it's the only language your body has left. Distance was the last limit available to you after everything else got ignored. That's what it proves. Not that you mastered anything, that you ran out of options and did the one thing left. The work after the distance is slower. It's saying no before resentment has to say it for you. It's holding the line without writing a defense for it. It's finding out whether a relationship can adjust to a version of you who isn't endlessly available. And you can't find that out until you stop being endlessly available. The Woman in the Yard is one of 9 women in Useful Isn't the Same as Love by Dr. Keisha Clark. It's about the daughter who became everybody's support and nobody's priority. Links below.